All right, Shalom. Shalom. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Kakwadash. I want to say double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching this word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. It is the brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii coming to you with another lesson. Okay, and this lesson is on this video that you see in front of you. And this video, it depicts the wickedness and the evil that's inside these Edomites, and it shows the hatred that these devils have for our people. Here it is. This devil is old, wrinkled, sick. Okay, she's in a destitute state where she needs help from another human being. Okay, and what she do? You're gonna see how disgusting she treats her servants, man. You see, the Yahweh Shema Shai created laws, statutes, and commandments on how to do everything in this earth. I don't care what it is that you want to put your mind to do. There's a righteous way to do it, and there's a wicked way to do it. And Esau Edom, he does everything wickedly, man, including the way he treats his servants, or so-called his slaves, which normally is us. When you look at what happened in slavery, that was disgusting. The way Esau treated us, man. Okay, the way he abused us, exploited our people, and even to this very day. And this video right here, it illustrates how these devils treated you, and especially the Edomite woman, the so-called white woman. Okay, because she gets treated as the most pure and sanctified and undeflowered thing on the earth, clean, but she's really a damn demon, a devil, a wicked despot, just like her man, her male counterpart. Okay, you Shedemites are the lowest of the low of all female kind on the earth, man. And this what this devil did to this woman was disgusting, man. I don't give a damn if she losing her mind. She got dementia. Okay, her shit ain't together. You can't tell me that she was walking her whole life just spitting on people like that, even in her youth. Nah, this bitch was doing that shit to our people, man. A lot of you old Edomites, you live to be 84, 85 years old. That's a long time to be on the earth, man, on this side. And you can guarantee that they were treating Jakes like that or worse in their youth, man. This is again, there's a certain way to deal with all things on earth, especially your servants, and we're gonna get into that. This 2 Timothy 3:16, all scripture is given by the inspiration of the Heavenly Father and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, and for instruction in righteousness. Okay? So you Edomites, you ignored the instructions of righteousness, all right? Because it didn't profit you anything. But yet you'll take the Lord's covenant, put it in your mouth, and then act like and tell the world that you're the Lord's people. But you're not. This is Psalms 50:16. But unto the wicked, this is the wicked, this devil is the wicked. I'm supposing that this woman right here is an Israelite. I'm not sure. Okay? I gotta look it up. All right. But it says, but unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee? Right. So Esau hates instruction and righteousness, and he takes the Lord's word and he honors his word. He ignores the word. Okay. Because why? He hates instruction and righteousness, man. All right. Now, again, there's a certain way that you're supposed to treat your servants. You're not supposed to treat your servants like shit, man. Now, you Edomites, you're going to get hell. You're going to get all kinds of hell in the kingdom of heaven, man. You're going to get all kinds of hell in the kingdom of heaven. But there's a certain way that you deal with your servants, man. You know, you devils, you was raping us. You was brutalizing us. You were doing things that no master should do to his servant, man. All right? You devils you devils got a lot to pay for. So let me play this real quick. Yeah, she's a this woman is an Israelite. She's of like Ghanaian and French descent, man, and Nigerian descent. Okay, I'm on her TikTok page. All right, and she had to suffer the brutalization of a fucking Edomite spitting on her face, man, and that's disgusting. Here it is, Jake trying to make a living. Her living is probably taking care of old people, okay, and you know keeping them all right so they don't drop dead on themselves. And she got to go to work and get a bitch spit on her face, man. You see? Now, like I said, I'm on this woman's TikTok, and she do a lot of stuff. She got a lot of TikToks on here, so I'm not sure, you know, what she got going on. And I was looking for that particular video, and I haven't found it yet. But it's sad, man. It's sad that you got to go to work, and then your job, you got to be brutalized by an Edomite. Yeah, and she spit in her hair, bro. That's disgusting, man. You know, and that shows you Edomites. You don't know how to treat people that are deemed as just servants on his side, especially the Israelites. Why? Because you got hatred. That's hate. She's spitting on that. Listen, bro, ain't no amount of slipping or losing of mind. And that woman's better than me because I would have left that fucking job, man. You know, and I would have sued all that shit. You know, I would say I'd do something else, but I don't want my video to be taken down because I believe we can edify through this. But this devil has nothing but a perpetual hatred for you, man. Hey, this is Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. Right. When we got out of hardcore slavery, you kept it going. You created Jim Crow. Okay. You put our people in a poverty and stricken state. Okay. You keep our people there. All right. And you got a lot of Edomites. These Edomites, they live in Africa, man. West Africa, South Africa. And our women, they're looking for jobs to try to support themselves. And they gotta go to the work. They gotta go to work and be demeaned by a fucking devil, man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta go to work and be dehumanized by a fucking devil, man. And then our women take it out on us like it's our fault. Look, we both in slavery, man. We both catching hell. You know what I'm saying? We both catching hell. And who's the one that's inflicting this hell on us? You damn Edomites, man. You old Edomites, you young Edomites. She might have deleted the video because I was looking for it on her TikTok. Hey, Jake full of folly, man. But let's continue on with this woman, man. Okay, they shed the blood of Israel, man. They shed the blood of our people, man, by the force of the sword, man. And when in the time of their calamity, let's look up that word for calamity. All right, the Hebrew word there for calamity is ayad, and it says distress, calamity of a nation. So when we were destroyed, we under straight oppression by implication of misfortune. Okay, when that had an end, y'all kept it going. All right, and this is the kind of shit that our people got to put up with, man. You'd be surprised what Jake got to put up in these homes and put up in these places where they caring for you Edomites because their own family don't even want to care for them, man. You know that whole geriatric home shit that was set up by Edomites that didn't want to take care of their family members, man. Or their family members got too much to handle, man. But you see what that devil did? She spit and spat all over this Jake's face, man. Hey, this is Psalm 71:4. It says, "Deliver me, O my power, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of an unrighteous and cruel man and woman," which are you Edomites, man. You the most unrighteous and cruel people ever, man, on the planet Earth, man. Hey, but the Most High, he got a judgment that's coming for you devils, man. You know, when I saw this video earlier, I saw it on Instagram, and then I saw it again on this World Star thing, and I just had to shake my head like, what the fuck, man? So this is what the Bible says about how to deal with your servants, man. This Colossians 4:1. It says, "Masters, treat your slaves justly and fairly, knowing that you also have a master in heaven. And who's our master in heaven? Yahweh Bashim Shai, because you had Israelites that had other Israelites as servitudes, man, as servants. And they weren't supposed to, you're not supposed to inflict rigor on your servant. That's your brother, man. All right. So that's a righteous way to deal with your servants. The way Esau dealt with us, he had like the Most High didn't exist. It was like to him, he's the Most High. You see? So it says, masters, treat your slaves justly. And when you look at what happened to us in slavery, you Edomites never treated us justly, man, or fairly, knowing that you also have a master in heaven. Luke 6:31. And as you wish that others would do to you, do so to them. So you Edomites must wish that we destroy you, which we're going to do in the kingdom of heaven, because that's all you did to us. You know, there's a righteous way to do things, man. Ephesians 6:9, masters, do the same to them and stop your threatening, knowing that he who is both their master and yours in heaven, and that there is no partiality with him. So there's no respect of person with the Most High, man. You treat a servant, especially one of us, because we're your brothers, man. Why are you talking about you Edomites, man? Talking about other Israelites, man. Because you had Israelites even in slavery, in this transatlantic slave trade. You had Jakes ruling over Jakes, man. Trying to emulate Esau. Some of the worst slave masters with our own people, man. But now you Edomites, your wickedness is being shown, man. All right? Spitting in your servant face for what? In the kingdom of heaven, I'm not gonna waste my spit on you Edomites, man. You're not worthy of that. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna get whipped. You're gonna get broken into pieces, man. Literally. And we know how to. We're gonna treat even our slavery, as brutal as it's gonna be to you Edomites. That's gonna be righteous, man. Because it ain't gonna be no buck breaking. We ain't gonna have to rape. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no buck breaking. Ain't gonna be no sodomizing. Ain't gonna be no child molestation. None of that wicked shit that you devils did to our people, man. Sodomizing Jake, shitting in Jake's mouth. Some shit called the Derby dose. You know what I mean? You Edomites gonna pay for this shit, man. This is Ephesians 6, 5 and 9. I'll start at matter of fact, Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, but a just weight is his delight. And you Edomites are full of false balances. So you are just complete abomination to the Most High, man. Ephesians 6, let me see. Leviticus 19:13. It says, you shall not oppress your neighbor or rob him. So this is another Israelite, man. We're not supposed to oppress our neighbors or rob them. But that's what you see going on in our hood. And a lot of our people, they pick that up from you devils, man. The wages of a hired servant shall not remain with you all night until the morning, right? We didn't get no pay for what you Edomites, for building you Edomites kingdom here in America, man. This place was built off of free labor. You Edomites got rich off of free labor. The only people that got paid were the bankers for those loans, and you Edomites. But our people ain't getting nothing. James 5:4, it says, behold, the wages of the laborer who mowed your fields, which you kept back by fraud, are crying out. And that's us. We're crying out against you. And the cries of the harvester have reached the ears of the Lord of hosts. And then I'm reading from the ESV. Okay. Deuteronomy 24:14-15. You shall not oppress a hired servant who is poor and needy, whether he is one of your brothers or one of the sojourners who are in your land within your towns. See, you see, there's a righteous way to handle servants, man. But you Edomites, you straight up oppress this, man. You shall give him wages. And you Edomites don't even think about wages. You're not getting paid shit. That whole 1,000 years, you're going to get free. We getting free labor up out of your ass. Because you're going to pay double to you, man. But even after slavery, after that hardcore slavery is ended, You other nations, you're gonna get wages, man, and you're gonna get paid before the sun go down every day. You shall give him his wages on the same day before the sun sets. See, for he is poor and it counts. For he is poor and counts on it. Our people gotta wait 3 weeks before you get a first check from your job. You get paid 2 weeks later. You gotta pay taxes, all kind of crazy shit. And we count on our money, but we don't get it. Lest he cry against you to the Lord and you be guilty of sin. So you Edomites are guilty of sin. You Edomites are guilty of sin, man. And you're gonna pay for this, man. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, man. And that one that is profitable is Yahushai, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And the elect, starting off with King David, the rest of the 12, and all the brothers on down. But that one that's more profitable is Yahushai, man. All right? You Edomites act like the earth is in your hands, man. In the hand of the Heavenly Father is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Bear not hatred toward thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices. And you Edomites, oh my goodness, nothing but injurious practices against our people, man. Hey, this is just an article called the massive overlooked role of female slave owners, man. You got these devils sitting here taking pictures with Jake sitting in the background, okay, looking like they're innocent. But you Edomites, man, you're the worst. You're the worst of the worst. It says slaveholding parents typically gave their daughters more enslaved people than land, says Jones Rogers, whose book They Were Her Property, White Women as Slave Owners in American South came out in February 2019. What it means is that their very identities as white Southern women are tied to the actual or the possible ownership of other people. White women were active and violent participants in the slave market. They bought, sold, managed, and sought the return of enslaved people, in whom they had vested economic interests. Owning a large number of enslaved people made a woman a better marriage prospect. Once married, Edomite women fought in courts to preserve their legal ownership over enslaved people, as opposed to their husband's ownership, and often won. For them, slavery was their freedom. So these Edomites, they get off, especially Edomite women, you get off knowing that you have control over another human being, man. All right? You Edomites are the devil, man. It says they were her property upends a lot older scholarship. For example, previous scholars have argued that most Southern white women didn't buy, sell, or inflict violence on enslaved people because this was considered improper for them. But Jones Rogers argues that white women were actually trained to participate from a very young age. And this is an example of that. This devil, she was hating Jake since the beginning. You see? You see? Their exposure to the slave market is not something that begins in adulthood. It began in their homes when they were little girls, sometimes infants when they were even given enslaved when they were given enslaved people as gifts. This is Revelation chapter 12. I'm sorry, 11. All right. This is Revelations 11 and I was gonna start at 8. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna go right here. And it's Revelations 11 and 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry and shall sing gifts one to another. Right? We were those gifts. Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth, man, which is the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. All right? They sent gifts to us. They sent gifts to one another. We were the gifts, man. It says sometimes infants, when they were given enslaved people as gifts, she says, citing interviews with formerly enslaved people that worked Progress Administration and a New Deal agency conducted in the 1930s. Jones Rogers shows that part of the white children's training and plantation management involved beating enslaved people. It didn't matter whether the child was large or small. One woman told the WPA, they always beat you till blood ran down. Oh, you Edomites gonna pay. As adults, white women often tore black women away from their babies so they could nurse the white mistress' baby instead. To this end, the white woman placed thousands of advertisements in newspapers looking for enslaved wet nurses to feed their own children, and created a huge market for enslaved black women who had recently given birth. Why did these white women want black women to nurse their children? One complained she felt like continuously having children and continuously nursing her children made her a slave to her children. That's an actual quote Jones Rogers said. Some black women reported to the WPA interviews that their mothers would always give birth around the same time as white mistresses, suggesting that these mistresses were also orchestrating sexual assault of enslaved women. They were, for instances, in which formerly enslaved people did in fact say that their mistresses either sanctioned acts of sexual violence against them that were perpetuated at the hands of white men, or they orchestrated instances of sexual violence between two enslaved people that they own in hopes to produce children from those acts of sexual violence. White women also fought to maintain wealth and free labor that slavery provided them throughout the Civil War, man. So you Edomite bitches, you're going to pay, man. You devils, you Edomites, you old, wrinkled, stinky, funky Edomite devils, you're going to pay, man. Jeremiah 30:16, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. All you Edomites, man, woman, and child, all you heathen, man, woman, and child are going into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for prey. So you Edomites are going to be our prey. We're going to sell your sons, your daughters. We're going to sell your husbands. We're going to sell you. Huh? You're going to get it, man. Jeremiah 6:23. They shall hold, let me see, 22. Thus saith the Lord, behold, a people coming from the north country, and a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth. They shall lay hold and on bow and spear. They are cruel and have no mercy. Their voices roareth like the sea. They ride upon horses set in array as men for war against thee, O daughter of Zion. That's you Edomites, man. You Edomites are gonna pay, man. I had some more scriptures, man, but I don't want to keep it going, man. I pretty much made the point. But this just shows the brutality of the so-called white woman, even in her old feeble age, man. She can't even spit strong enough, man. But when she could, best believe she was spitting on Jake, talking down on Jake, and our people just sit there and suffer it because they need a job, because they want to live. And you Edomites are going to pay for the way you treated our people, man. So with that, we'll say shalom, on to the next.